Today's video, I'm going to show you and walk you through a tool that I use with every single client that allows us to look at how you're thinking, how you're feeling, and how you're performing, and how that's improving across a season and across a week by week and bi-weekly and monthly basis, so that we don't let single performances out on the golf course make us feel a certain way about who we are as a person and our golf and what that means for our future. And at the end, I'm going to give you a link so that you can take away and use it for yourself for free this season. As a professional golfer, if you want to improve your technical ability, your strength, whatever else it is that is involved with the hardware, the body, the physical side of the golf, you'll track data, you'll track numbers, you'll track progress to make sure that you are moving in the right direction, correct? You'll take videos, numerous videos from different angles, send it to your coach, communicate with your coach. At the back of every tournament, you'll take away your data and your numbers to look at what parts of your game were maybe not so strong and what parts weren't. You'll look at strokes gained to see what areas of your golf have let you down this week. In the gym, you'll be tracking your numbers to make sure that your strength and power are improving. But when it comes to the part of you that allows all of that to show up and access all of this under pressure in the moments that matter most, you've got no idea whether you're progressing. You've got no idea whether you are thinking, feeling, or performing in a way that is conducive and aligned to where you're heading and the goal, the bigger goal, the dream, and the mission. You just guess, right? But if your physical side of the game, your swing, all of your strength, all of that kind of stuff, and the numbers that are important, you don't guess and you don't wing, why do that with your mental performance? We can actually see what parts of us, whether it's energy, whether it's focus, and whether it's flow, the three biggest pillars of mental performance and becoming an aligned golfer that I use with my clients, are improving. And that way we can understand how to access more of your peak performance and high performance out on the golf course, so that those things are no longer in our way. Because we can guess and we can go off of feel, we can go off things that are in our head, but that never works. So today, like I said, I'm going to walk you through a tool that I use with my clients that allows you to monitor progression. Because what gets monitored gets measured, and what gets measured gets managed, and what gets managed you can change, because you cannot change what you can't see. So what do you actually measure and how often? That's what I want to show you now, because the tool I'm about to walk you through is the same one I use with every single client I work with, and it takes less than 10 minutes every 2 weeks. So if you have found yourself walking off a golf course disappointed, frustrated, sad, any other challenging emotion that you might be experiencing, self-doubt, lack of self-belief, and you're just not sure why, and you always think to look for the technical thing because you haven't been shown how to monitor and measure how this thing is working, then stay tuned, because I'm going to walk you through it right now. So first of all, let me explain to you the 3 pillars that create alignment, right? Which is what we're ultimately aiming for. We're playing freely under pressure. We're able to take and express our best golf and our true talent under pressure, and not let that external noise or external pressure or whatever the challenging emotion or belief is that's running the show right now run you anymore. And the first one is energy. Okay, we have 3 pillars. The first one, energy. This is your early morning system. Now, you've probably heard me say in the past that the energy up here is obviously what we put in the car, right? And if our energy's off, it means our thinking's going to be off. If our thinking's off, our emotions are going to be off. If our emotions off, our actions and behaviors are going to be off. And if our actions and behaviors are off, our performances are going to be off. So this is the fundamental part of it all. This is the fuel. What fuel are you running on? And the questions within the bi-weekly review help you understand that. So we're trying to understand what's fueling you and how. Are we worried? Are we stressed? Are we feeling anxious? Are we struggling to sleep? Are we sleeping more than we would normally? Are we experiencing any fatigue? What's going on, and how does our energy look as a whole to make sure that we are fueling correctly, and therefore it can bleed into everything else? And then we have focus. Now, focus is the engine, right? So if our energy is correct, then our engine can run properly. Now, the engine is, are we dealing with setbacks? Are we dealing with setbacks and adversity well currently right now? Or are we getting emotional and, spitting our dummy out when things get tough? Are we staying resilient? Are we able to access your performance state, somewhere that you know you perform well? And if not, why? We have to look back towards the energy again. Are we thinking clearly? Are we making good decisions out on the golf course? Or are we got a million different things going on in our head? Are we staying present out on the golf course? Are we responding well to mistakes and bad holes and are able to leave it on the hole that we were currently on? And are we operating from the purpose, our bigger purpose from within ourselves out on the golf course? So that is focus. Are we able, is the engine running properly from the energy that we're putting into it, the fuel that we're putting into it? And then lastly, when we have energy and focus, if those two things are working well for us, then we have flow, which everybody wants, right? And that's the output. When we have the correct energy, the clean energy source, the engine can run properly. But when the engine runs properly, we can show up as the person that we need to be without anything running in the background. So this is like, do you truly believe in yourself right now? How much do you back yourself right now? Are you playing freely? Are you playing like you belong at that level? Or there's still the doubts and challenging emotions going on? Are you having fun? Are you out there to play to win, or are you playing to lose? And when we have all three of these in alignment and they're in a good place, as you'll see from the questions that you're going to be asked, we can then create an alignment score. And that alignment score is the thing that we want to build on every single 2 weeks, month, that we are looking to improve and starting to play more freely under pressure. So let's get into it and have a look. So this is the bi-weekly review. As you can see at the top here, you can pop in the date from checking 1, 2, 3, 4, whether you do this bi-weekly or you do it monthly. It's entirely up to you. The more data and the more feedback you have, the better that you can actually monitor your progression. The longer you leave it, the more you're going to stay in your own head. You can even do this weekly if you want to and just duplicate the sheet. But essentially, the idea is that the higher the score, the better. So, and as you can see from here, if we're looking for the highest score, on these first questions in the energy section, 0 is the worst score, 3 is the best score. So are you feeling nervous, anxious, or have you been feeling nervous, anxious, or on edge over the past 2 weeks? Well, then you're going to say nearly every day or not at all, somewhere in between that. 1 is more than half the days, 2 is several days, right? Pop the number in the box and just make your way down, right, with whatever comes up. And as you can see at the bottom, it's going to come up with a score. Now, the best possible score that you can get on this sheet is 21. Okay, so this wouldn't be a terrible score, but we could look into it and go, well, obviously, look, we were feeling down, low, or hopeless over the last 2 weeks. What is it that we need to change within that? What's been going on? Tell me more. What's been happening? Tell me more about why you've been feeling down, low, or hopeless. What's happened? You get to the bottom of it, you can understand what needs to happen from an energy perspective to help us remove this and squash this and start moving forward again, rather than just kind of trying to ignore the fact that you're feeling low, down, or hopeless. So then we move on, and again, performance and mindset, right? So focus. I've been dealing with problems and setbacks well over the last 2 weeks. Do you know what? I think I've been doing a really good job of that. I've been able to access my performance state, right? When obviously you go through coaching, you'll know what that means. But if you could guess or make one up, do you feel like you've been performing from someone that's trying to play not to lose or play to win? Right now, you could use that example. Whereas in coaching, my clients have an actual identity that they're working towards. Yeah, I've been doing it often. I've been able to access it, but I'm still finding it difficult. Again, make your way through all of these and just be honest and open about what you really feel about this. And again, you are monitoring how your focus has been, how the engine has been running recently in your recent performances. And then we move on to flow. How much do I back myself right now as a golfer? Being honest. Out of 10, I probably back myself some of the time. How much do I genuinely believe that I belong at the level I'm competing at? Oof, rarely up against the guys I'm playing with. And you can see, again, kind of what patterns are coming up. And then the biggest score here, 70. And then what will happen is once you finish this, is they'll get your scores. You get your energy score, your focus score, and your flow score. God, that was a mouthful. And then an overall alignment score, like I said, is the thing that we're working towards. Now, over time, we're just paying attention to each one individually. but also the overall score and how aligned we are actually being out on the golf course compared to all of these scores added up. Now, the bit that I don't want you to miss is the open reflection. Now, I would actually suggest that you grab yourself a journal or a notepad for these parts, because it's better to write them than it is to use them and keep them on a screen. And to be honest, you can actually do all of this on paper as well. Just make sure that you're logging the numbers that come up, and using it for reference. But what's actually been going well for me over the last 2 weeks, the idea behind this is to get you thinking positively out of the box, not always about what's been going wrong. Then you can think about, well, what's actually been challenging or draining my energy? And then what's one thing I want to focus on improving over the next 2 weeks or month or a week or however long you're going through in between this? What do I need more of right now? Is it sleep? Is it like my energy's tanked? Is it more fun? Actually, I need more joy. I've been training and I'm trying to over prepare too much. Is it practice? Maybe I haven't been practicing as much as I thought I would. I practice on a certain area of my game. Is it rest? Like, do I actually just need to just slow down a little bit? Maybe stretch, maybe go for a walk, meditate, breathe. Is it, I just need more support, I'm really struggling by myself? Or clarity and understanding of how to put all of this together? And then, is there anything that you need to let go of or accept about you, about the world, or about golf before the next 2 weeks? So that whatever you are carrying is not carrying over into the next week. And it just gives you some more answers as to what is happening and how you are progressing as an individual in playing freely, performing freely, but thinking, feeling, and performing better under pressure, reaching that high level of performance that you are pursuing, and not always just thinking technical. So hopefully this gives you a good understanding. I'm going to drop the link to this sheet below in the description below. Grab yours, have a little play with it. Any questions that come up with it, please just drop me a message on Instagram and we can chat about it. But I really appreciate it if you have made it this far in the video, and I would really appreciate even more if you were to share the love, like, comment, subscribe, all of the good stuff. You know what I mean? Because it would mean the world for me to spread this message across the golfing world, the professional golfing world, competitive golfing world, and allow more people to achieve and reach their true potential and not be held back by the way they're thinking, feeling, and performing. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.